Hi, this is Christy. This will be a chair class with some standing postures added in, and it'll be a short class, maybe 15-20 minutes or so, so something you can squeeze in at any time that you're feeling like you need a little movement, even at your desk. So find a chair. You want a chair with no arm sides on it, if possible, because we're going to be moving around on the chair. And for starters, just sit all the way back in the chair and relax your spine against the chair. Your hands can be either down at your side if that's comfortable. You can place them on your legs if that's comfortable, whatever feels best. Palms can be up or down. And we want to just tap into our breath. So if you feel comfortable, close your eyes, and we'll begin to breathe through our nose if possible. Breathing in slowly, just noticing the breath, feeling the breath for starters. We can notice the depth of the breath. Notice, are we moving our belly? Are we moving our chest? And just taking stock of where it is, how it feels. And now imagine breathing in all the way down to your seat. Feel yourself as you're supported in the chair, and now breathe your energy down to the seat. Feel yourself grounding first into the chair, and then take your awareness down to your feet. Feet are placed firmly on the ground. And let's take 3 more breaths. Checking in, feeling our bodies. And then approaching this practice with just pure enjoyment. Let's have some fun. So let's sit nice and tall. And we'll start this practice with just some movement-oriented, moving around in the chair. So lifting one hip, scooching forward, lifting the other hip, scooching forward. We're going to do that a few times as we move ourselves forward on the chair, and then go backwards. And then forward. We're going to do that just a couple of times. And this just helps us get unstuck. Sometimes we get stuck in our chair. Sometimes we get stuck, we can't move a foot forward standing. So this is one of the practices that we can practice and get better at that. So find yourself somewhere in the middle, grounding once again through the feet, sitting nice and tall, lifting through the heart. And then let's take our hands to the side. And on the inhale, spread through the fingers and open the palms forward. On the exhale, turn the palms backward. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. On the next inhale, we're going to float them a little higher. Inhale, open. We feel maybe the chest a little bit. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. So we're just getting some shoulder motion. Let's do that one more time. And then relax the arms down. Now just the shoulders, one then the other, rolling them. Beautiful. Now we're going to scoot a little bit more forward towards the edge of the chair, still grounding through the feet. Beautiful. And then we're going to take our legs apart a little bit, giving ourselves some space for that belly to move and the whole torso to move forward. And we're going to do a seated cat-cow. So on the exhale, pull the belly to the spine and round the back. Tuck the chin, and then inhale, heart forward, shoulder blades down, maybe gaze up. Exhale, round, cat. Inhale to our cow, spinal extension. And let's do that 3 more times. 1, inhale up. Exhale, 2. Last one, exhale, rounding. Inhale, sitting nice and tall, dropping the shoulder blades down. Beautiful. Let's bring the feet back in together, or about hip width apart is fine. And then once again, let's take the arms down to the side. On the inhale, this time we're going to sweep them up just as high as you feel comfortable. Exhale, reach back down. Really feel that energy from the heart expand as our arms reach up and wide. exhale. We're gonna add a little twist now. As we inhale, let's twist to the right, exhale, let the arms float down. Inhale back to center, exhale to the left. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale back to center, exhale. Let's do one more to each side. Inhale. Inhale, center. Last one, exhale, side. Beautiful. And then inhale, come back to center. Bring the hands to heart center. Beautiful. And we can release the hands down. Take one hand and just place it on the side of the chair. Take the other hand out to the other side. And we're going to sweep up, find some lateral flexion, bending at the torso. And we're supporting ourselves with this hand so we don't fall off the chair. Really important. Exhale down. And then we'll do the same thing. Push your hand on the chair. Inhale. Beautiful. Exhale, hold. And then bring it down. Let's do that one more time to each side. Inhale up. Nice side. Let's hold this for a breath. And release. Last one on the other side. Inhale up, holding it for a breath. And releasing down. And we're going to go ahead and stand up. So placing our feet firmly underneath us, pressing into the chair, we can stand up. And remember how we unweighted on the chair. We're going to do that with our feet now. So just unweight, shift from side to side. And we're just going to tap the toe forward, alternate. So we're practicing that weight shifting. Good. We can even add some arms to this. Sweep out. Inhale. Exhale. Slowing it down. Makes it a little more intentional. Let's do one more with each foot. Good. Now we're going to add a little bit of a lateral lift to that. So we just did a seated lateral movement in the chair. Now we're going to add a lateral movement and unweight. So this foot is unweighted. Exhale, weight. Other side, unweighted. And then changing sides. Just again, practicing that unweighting. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Taking the feet a little bit wider, and we're going to back up towards the chair. Turn the toes out, and we make sure we have our chair here. I'm going to sit down onto the chair. I'll make sure the chair is there in a wide squat, and then I'm going to stand back up again. Sit down and stand back up. Beautiful. Sit down and stand back up. Good. Sit down. So we're building some strength. Notice I'm checking for the chair each time that hand is reaching back. You can do that with both hands or one. Let's do one more. Beautiful. And then stay down this time. Good. So we're going to take our hands out in front. Inhale, open the left hand. Take your gaze over the left side. Exhale, bring that back. Opposite side, right hand. Inhale. Take your gaze to the right. Exhale. This time we're going to add the leg. Inhale. Exhale. Alternating sides. One more time with each side. And then we're going to stay there. So we're going to open up to the left. We're going to build our warriors. So front hand is out. This leg's going to reach out. And I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to turn the toes towards that side. I'm going to sweep my back hand up, coming into a warrior. I'm going to take my front hand, bend the arm, elbow to the thigh, sweeping up to a side angle. Exhale, bring the hand down, Place it on the chair, sweep the front hand up, reverse warrior. And then bring the hand down, bend the knee, bring it back, and we'll repeat that on the opposite side. Hands is out, we're going to slide that leg out, reaching the hands, warrior two. Beautiful, you can gaze out over those front fingers. And then we're going to bend that front arm, forearm to the thigh, sweeping that back arm up. Feel that side angle. And sweep the arm down, lifting up. Reverse warrior. And then sweep back to warrior two. And release. Let's rebend that knee, come back to the front. Beautiful. And then we're going to scoot back on the chair once again and take the left leg, cross it over the right. Now you can stay here, just getting a little opening in that left leg. If you have the space, we can bring the leg up to the thigh. And we're going to push through the heel of that leg. And then as we do, sit nice and tall. We're going to feel a stretch come into that left hip. So pausing here. And it can be like this as well, that can be fine. Resting on a block or the foot or up on the leg. And then just gently pressing this leg down as we stretch into the hip. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Beautiful, and release. And then we'll do the same thing to the other side. So the right leg crosses over the left, and that knee kind of falls out, so we should begin to feel a stretch here. This might be enough, or we can reach, if we have a block, we can stand it here, or bring the leg up. Ooh, this side's a little tighter for me. And I'm gently pushing down, not too hard. I don't want to pull or hurt anything, so I'm being very gentle with my body. And I'm going to sit nice and tall, and just the act of sitting taller will bring more stretch into my hip. So if we notice we're rounding especially, lift high, chest high, back straight, and that really brings a stretch in. And smile. That makes any posture better. And then let's release that, good job. We're going to bring those legs towards one another, squeezing the legs in, sitting nice and tall. I'm going to turn towards the right, drop my left hand down over my right knee. I'm going to take my right hand and slide it down the chair. Hold on to the chair to help me create this twist. Take the gaze over the right shoulder. We're taking out a couple of breaths, breathing through that twisted area. Come back to center, and then we'll do the same thing to the left. So squeeze the legs together. We're going to bring the right hand over towards the left knee, reaching my left hand down the chair. I'm holding on, and that helps me bring my twist a little further, and then turning my gaze over that left shoulder. And we're breathing through the twist. See if you can expand those tissues all the way down to the seat. And then come back to center. Beautiful. So we're going to stand up once again. And we're going to go either to the back or the side of the chair. So there's something to hold on to and do a little balance work. So let's unweight the left foot and just lift that left foot up. And we're just going to hold it here. Core is tight, belly pulled up towards the heart. And we're holding onto the chair for balance here. Beautiful. And then we can begin to push that leg behind us. Just reach it back and maybe bending forward just a little bit and just feeling our balance. And just changing position a little bit. Bring the leg forward and maybe push it out front. And then bring it back. And just working with a change of position. Good. One more time. Push back, lifting that leg up. Great. Come back to center. And then we'll do the same thing with the opposite side. I'm going to go on the other side of the chair. And then I'm unweighting that inside leg. Feeling my balance here. And then we're going to push it back slowly, leaning forward. Lift that leg behind. And then bring it through. Notice how slow we're moving. And I don't want to put a lot of weight on that chair because I'm really strengthening that grounding leg and strengthening the core. Plus, if I put too much weight into the chair, it might tip over. So again, we have to think about safety. Let's do this one more time. Beautiful. And then come to the side of the chair, or you can come to the front of the chair. We're going to do a stretch for the hamstrings with our hands on the chair. First creating a nice flat back, and then I'm going to walk my feet back just a little bit and keep my hips stacked over my heels. So I don't want to be way back here. I want to have my feet under my hips. And then I'm going to walk my hands down. So maybe forearms on the chair, let the head hang, and lift through the tailbone. So you feel this in the back of the legs. And this is a chair-assisted downward facing dog. Let's take 2 more breaths. And then we can press back up to our hands, walk closer to our chair. I'm going to reposition this in the center. And then we're going to sit back down in our chair. All right, and here we can go ahead and settle in, lean back against the chair, and we'll do a little bit of reflection. So if you feel comfortable closing your eyes, tapping back into the breath, and just listen to the breath. Take 3 or 4 breaths, just listening to the sound of the breath. And now begin to notice anything else that you're becoming aware of. Perhaps a sensation in the jaw or the neck. Are you feeling tension anywhere? Can we soften the jaw a little bit more? Can we soften the shoulders? Can we soften the forehead? And then you can choose to stay here for as long as you like if this is feeling good. Or you can open your eyes and congratulate yourself. Give yourself a little pat on the back for taking the time for yourself. And have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.